Greetings from TaiyangNews. I am Shravan Chunduri, Head of Technology at TaiyangNews. Team of TaiyangNews is visiting Intersolar Europe, and right now, today, I am at the booth of Aiko, one of the leading back contact technology manufacturer. I am with Christian Peter, who is Managing Director of Solarlab Aiko and Aiko Energy. Christian, thanks a lot for joining us today for a brief booth interview.
Hi Shravan, nice to meeting you.
So, you are coming to this very large European solar show. So what you have brought along with you to this show for your customers?
So what we brought is, in general, our ABC product, our ABC modules, which we introduced 2 years before. And you can see some test stands, which we are really proud of, so we can show the quality of our products in real life tests. And then we have 2 new products, which we can present here. You see in the background our new Infinite module, which even improved efficiency. So we use the same ABC cell technology, but we improved a lot the module technology. We placed the string connectors to the back, we reduced the gap between the cells, so at the end we have a very much increased active area and reduced the dead area of the surface. And that's one of the products here. It's a third generation in the meantime.
And so is it gapless, or still there is some gap there?
There is no gap in this direction. We have some gaps between the strings.
Okay.
This is due to the manufacturing process. You need a little bit space when you place the strings during manufacturing.
And when you say gapless, so are you also kind of superimposing cell a little bit? Overlap is there? Or?
We call it overlap welding, but it's extremely minor overlap. So I think 0.3 millimeters, so more or less no overlap. So because we can weld from the backside. Okay, Shravan, so here we have our next product, which we introduced at the fair. We call it Aiko Intelligent Module. And what we have done is we introduced an intelligent junction box where we can measure voltage, current, and temperature of the module and transport this data via the power cabling. And this is a big advantage, so we don't need an extra connecting like the optimizers, but we can use just the power cable, and then it's connected to the inverter, and then via an API to a nice software. So this gives a big advantage in O&M, so operation maintenance.
Okay, and this is also the space between the cells is reduced, or this is...
Yeah, it's independent, so we can use this at every module. We even can use it at the generation 1 module, because it's just an intelligent junction box. And we thought, well, we got from many customers the requests, they want to optimize their operation procedures, they want to optimize maintenance, and therefore we introduced this. This was really a request by the customers to optimize the maintenance and operation.
So that means, so this is an add-on feature.
Exactly.
This can be offered with any generation product.
Exactly.
But you have to pre-book the panels with this feature.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not sure if a retrofit would be possible, because it's in the production process, everything has to be sealed. But in general, it's possible to introduce it in the production to every module.
Okay.
Okay, Shravan, here we can see one of our test stands. We know we have 3 tests: partial shading, we have this microcrack, and we have the hotspot avoidance. But I like this very much. So we have a 2-kilogram weight, which we let fall down to the cells, pure cells. And I'm not doing this test right now. You can see the result here. We have a 2-contact TOPCon cell, which is totally splittered and damaged. And we have our N-type ABC cells, which have all the contacts on the back side. And this is one of the last measurements. You see the current drop of the TOPCon cell is 32.5%, and we have only 16.5%. And this is a test which is too harsh, because it's an unsealed cell, not a module. But you can imagine that our cells are very microcrack resistant, and this is durability, this is stability, and avoid, let's say, degrading it over the lifetime.
And what is the reason? So can you explain why it is so with TOPCon?
The reason is if you have a double contacted cell like TOPCon, you have to come down from the one side, connect to the other side.
Nice.
And this gives stress to the sides. And with our cell, we have both contact NMP on the back side, so all connections are on the back side, and this reduces the stress very, very much.
Okay. Thank you, Christian. I think that was a very nice product information, very innovative products. But I also would like to talk a little bit about the technology and also your strategy. So, now, as you know, a lot of other leading PV manufacturers are also getting into back contact, of course, with a little bit of a pilot and towards the larger end of the pilot production. So what does it mean for you? So do you like this situation? Like, back contact has been so far in the couple of companies' hands. So you like this being one of the premium guys? Or, everyone jump into back contact, this will probably debottleneck if there are any issues. Like, so many come onto board of the technology, it's more easy accessible. So what's your like?
Yeah, it's a very good question, Shravan. So one thing is we are proud that we are leading the pack and that everyone is following. This means we did the right decisions in the past, we invested a lot in R&D, and we can now harvest the fruits of it. That the other companies are also recognizing that we have the best technology makes us proud, but on the other hand is a big issue because they are following up. So we have some advantages because I always say it's an art of production, so it's not so easy and you have to invest a lot. So the threshold is quite a bit. So you need a little bit of knowledge and you need some time to optimize it. What is very good for us that companies like LONGi and TCL are going with this too. This brings a lot of trust to the market. So in the beginning we had to convince the people that ABC is reliable. Now everyone recognizes that it's reliable, so it's easier to do the financing. From this aspect, it's good that we have a lot of followers. But for us, we have to improve our technology, and that it's part of our DNA. We always are a technical-driven company, and we would like to lead the pack also in the next years.
So are there any big bottlenecks with the BC technology right now? Production, at the deployment, in whatever the phases you see, are there any major or minor bottlenecks?
There are bottlenecks. That's a good thing. It's not too easy to do it. Especially you need very well adjusted laser technology. You need a very well welding technology. So there's a lot in production, as I said, art of production, which we already solved successfully. And let's say the other companies, they will have to invest a lot of money to come to some certain level.
Okay, so let me go a little deep. Whenever I'm talking to the BC back contact manufacturers, they always say that the reason for opting for BC, that they see a lot of potential in terms of efficiency, performance optimization, as well as cost optimization. So at this junction, what are the low-hanging fruits for efficiency, cost optimization? So make it overall BC as a real good alternate to TOPCon or any mainstream technologies.
I don't know if the fruits are really low-hanging.
Okay.
So there are a lot of steps we did already. Yeah? So let's say one big thing is to avoid the silver, to go to copper. We did a lot of optimization in the passivation layers, and all this has to be done step by step. A very important thing is yield in the factory. You will never see this in any booth, but yield in the factory is one of the biggest cost drivers, and there you need experience and a very good team of engineers and R&D in your factory to have this very high yields. Without this, you can't successfully launch a product. So low-hanging fruit, I don't know if I would call them so. So if they are too low-hanging, everyone would do it.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Kristen. Thanks a lot.
Shravan.
Thank you.